Hey Robert. How are you doing? I noticed you mentioned that you feel a bit weak in speaking English. Don't worry, we'll work on that together. Can you tell me what you think might be the reason behind this?
Hi, sir. Yes, I struggle with speaking English fluently because I often get nervous and stumble over my words. It's frustrating because I know the vocabulary and grammar, but when it comes to speaking, I feel stuck.
I understand how you feel. It's quite common to feel nervous when speaking a new language. One reason could be the fear of making mistakes. Remember, making mistakes is a natural part of learning, and it's how we improve. So, don't be too hard on yourself.
I guess you're right. I worry a lot about saying something wrong or sounding silly.
It's perfectly normal to have those concerns, but let me assure you, it's okay to make mistakes. Now, let's focus on some tips that can help you gain confidence and improve your English speaking skills. First, practice speaking with a friend or family member who is also learning English or is fluent in the language.
That's a good idea. I can practice with my cousin, she's also learning English. Maybe we can encourage each other.
That's the spirit. Practice with someone who won't judge you for making mistakes, and you'll feel more at ease. Next, try to think in English as much as possible. When you're doing daily activities or just thinking about something, try to form your thoughts in English. It'll help you become more comfortable with the language.
I'll give it a shot. It might take some time to get used to, but I'll try my best.
That's the attitude. It will take some practice, but over time, you'll find it more natural. Another tip is to practice speaking out loud, even if you're alone. You can read English books or articles aloud, or simply talk about your day. It will help improve your pronunciation and fluency.
Okay, I'll start speaking aloud even when I'm alone. It sounds like a useful exercise.
It certainly is. And don't forget about watching English movies, TV shows, and listening to podcasts or songs. It will expose you to different accents and conversational styles, helping you adapt to real-life English conversations.
I do watch some English shows, but I'll make an effort to watch more and listen carefully to how they speak.
Fantastic. Lastly, consider joining an English-speaking group or club where you can practice with others who are also working on their language skills. This way, you'll have more opportunities to speak and build your confidence.
I'll look for such a group in my community or maybe online. It sounds like a great way to practice with different people.
Absolutely. You're taking the right steps towards improvement. Remember, it's essential to be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way.
Thank you, sir, for the advice and encouragement. I really appreciate your support.
You're very welcome. I'm here to help you succeed. Keep practicing and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or need further assistance.
I will, sir. Thanks again for believing in me. I'll work hard to become better in English.
I have no doubt that you'll do great. Keep up the good work, and I'll be here to guide you whenever you need it. See you in the next class?
See you next time, sir. Have a great day.
Hello, John. I've gone through your English paper, and I noticed there are a few mistakes that we can work on together. Don't worry, it's all part of the learning process. How about we discuss some tips to help you learn English more effectively and speak like a native?
Sure, sir. I'm a bit embarrassed about the mistakes, but I really want to improve my English, so please go ahead and share the tips with me.
No need to be embarrassed. We all make mistakes, and that's how we learn. First, let's focus on grammar. I noticed some issues with subject-verb agreement. Always remember that the subject and the verb should agree in number. For example, he likes is correct, but he like is not.
Oh, I see what I did there. I'll make sure to pay more attention to subject-verb agreement when I'm writing.
That's the spirit. Now, let's work on sentence structure. Some of your sentences were a bit confusing. Remember to keep your sentences clear and concise. Avoid run-on sentences and make sure each sentence conveys a single idea.
Got it, sir. I'll try to break down my sentences and make them more straightforward and easy to understand.
Excellent. Next, let's talk about vocabulary. I noticed a few repetitive words in your paper. To avoid this, try to expand your vocabulary. Read more, and when you encounter new words, make an effort to use them in your writing and speaking.
I'll start reading more books and articles in English, and I'll try to incorporate new words into my writing and conversations.
That's a fantastic approach. Now, let's work on pronunciation. It's crucial to pronounce words correctly to sound more like a native speaker. Pay attention to vowel and consonant sounds, and practice with audio materials or language learning apps.
I'll practice my pronunciation regularly, and I'll try to imitate native speakers to improve my accent.
Great initiative. Additionally, don't forget about contractions. Native speakers use contractions a lot in their speech to sound more natural and relaxed. For example, instead of saying, "I do not know," say, "I don't know."
I'll make sure to use contractions more often. It does sound more natural when I hear others use them.
You're doing great. Lastly, to truly learn English like a native, immerse yourself in the language and culture. Watch English movies, TV shows, and listen to English music. Surrounding yourself with the language will help you become more comfortable and fluent.
I'll try my best to immerse myself in English media. I already enjoy some English shows, so I'll watch them more often.
That's the spirit. Learning a language takes time and effort, so be patient with yourself. Practice consistently and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve.
Thank you, sir, for these valuable tips and for believing in me. I'll work hard and keep these tips in mind to become better in English.
You're welcome. I believe in your potential, and I know you can do it. If you ever need any help or have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to seeing your progress.
Thank you, sir. I'll definitely ask if I need any help. See you in the next class.
See you next time. Have a great day and keep up the enthusiasm for learning. You're on the right track. Hey there. I noticed you're really motivated to speak English like a native, and that's fantastic. I have some tips that can help you improve your fluency and sound more natural. Are you ready to dive into it?
Absolutely, sir. I'm eager to learn. Please, go ahead and share those tips with me.
Great. The first tip is to practice speaking as much as possible. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become with the language. Don't worry about making mistakes, it's all part of the learning process.
Got it. I'll try to speak in English as often as I can, even if I feel a bit nervous at first.
That's the spirit. Next, pay attention to contractions. Native speakers use contractions a lot in everyday speech, like I'm for, I am, and won't for, will not. It makes your speech sound more natural and conversational.
Okay, I'll make sure to use contractions more often. I understand it will help me sound less robotic.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about intonation and stress. English is a stress-timed language, which means certain words in a sentence are stressed more than others. Listen to how native speakers emphasize certain words and practice mimicking their intonation.
I'll pay attention to that. I've noticed that sometimes my sentences sound a bit flat. I'll work on adding the right stress to the important words.
That's the way to go. Another tip is to immerse yourself in English media. Watch movies, TV shows, listen to podcasts, and even try reading books or articles in English. It will expose you to different accents and colloquial language.
I already enjoy watching movies and shows in English, but I'll make an effort to do it more often. And maybe I'll start reading some books too.
Fantastic. Immersion is a powerful way to improve your language skills. Now, let's talk about vocabulary. Native speakers often use informal and slang words in their conversations. While you don't have to use them all the time, it's good to be familiar with them to understand native speakers better.
I'll try to pick up some informal words and phrases from the media I consume. That way, I can understand and use them appropriately.
Precisely. And lastly, practice speaking with native speakers or people who are more fluent in English than you. You can join language exchange groups or find conversation partners online. It will give you a chance to apply what you've learned and receive valuable feedback.
That's a great idea. I'll look for language exchange opportunities or conversation partners so I can practice with someone more experienced.
Excellent. I'm confident that if you follow these tips and remain dedicated to improving, you'll see significant progress in your English speaking skills. Remember, it's all about practice and being consistent.
Thank you so much for these valuable tips, sir. I really appreciate your guidance and support.
You're welcome. I'm here to help you succeed. Keep up the hard work, and don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions along the way.
I will, sir. Thanks again for believing in me. I'll make you proud.
I already am proud of your dedication. Keep that positive attitude, and I know you'll achieve your goal. Good luck, and see you in the next class.
See you next time, sir. Have a great day.